What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's 2022 and Happy New Year's. I'm very excited for the plans that I have for the truck this new year, and I'm super excited to see how it turns out. In today's video, we are going to be building a wire harness and installing a new light bar on the front of the truck. Really quick, before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you to each of the 56 subscribers I gained in 2021. I'm super grateful for you, and I'm excited for our future together and to see what projects we work on next. Without me jabbering on too much, let's get right into today's video. All right, let's get started, and I'll show you what we've got. And what we've got here is our 22-inch curved light bar, our switch board, our inline fuses, our relays, our positive and negative wiring, lots of connectors, a tape measure, and of course some wire strippers. Okay, let's go over our wire harness diagram. In the middle, we have our relay. Our relay is going to be our main connector for everything. So as you can see on our relay, 85 is going to go to the negative part of the battery or ground. 30 is going to go to our inline fuse and then to the positive section of the battery. 86 will be our wire that connects to the switch. We have it a different color because it doesn't have to be red or black, and usually most people will do a different color so they know what it's for. And lastly, 87 is going to go to our positive light bar connection. From there, our light bar can either connect back into 85, we can tee it there, or we can connect it onto the truck, any part of the ground. Our switchboard does have its own positive and negative connections that can either go to the ignition or a constant hot and any sort of ground. Now that we understand that, let's start making some connections. All right, so now we've got our inline fuse to our battery. We've got our negative to our battery here. We've got our red one to the light bar, and instead of blue I did a long black one to go to our switch. Alright, now that we got our switch connections and our light bar connections, it's time to go install the light bar and the switchboard where we want them. Alright, now in order to mount our light bar on the front of the truck here, we need to measure, mark our holes, and drill where we want them to go. So I've got the middle line here. I got the middle line on the light bar in the middle of the truck. I lined those up and I put it where I want it, and I marked those two holes. So now I just need to drill those holes so we can start mounting. All right, now that we got our holes drilled, we want to put our rivets back in there and clamp them tight. All right guys, so we kind of ran into an issue. I couldn't get the rivets to stay in the truck, so I ended up doing 2 holes and trying twice, and neither of them would work. As soon as I bolted in the light bar, they came loose. So back to square one, we'll figure it out. I'll be back in just a second. Alright guys, so I did have to remove my bumper. It is just 1 bolt here, 1 bolt there, and the fog lights, and then of course the 2 over there and the fog lights. Not too bad to take off. And now I'm able to get the mounts on there. So the easiest way I have found to get the mounts is not this way. So with the nut on top and the bolt down under there, this nut is spinning. But if I put the bolt up there and the nut in there, I was able to get it snug. All right, we got the light bar on there, angled how we want it. Now I just need to tighten down those bolts and slap the bumper back on. All right, now that we got the bumper back on, it's time to wire this bad boy up. All right, so we can see what we've done here. Let's check it out real quick. So on our relay, we've got our fuse to the battery. Here's our fuse to the relay to the battery. We've got our relay to the light bar. So if you look down here, we've got the long cord running there just to get everything set up. We've got our 85 to negative. So as you can see, this small one there to negative. And then we got our last one to the switch, which is this black one here. It runs over here into the switch. Then we had to power our switch panel. So we have red tapped into our fuse box there. And we have our negative coming down here, back over to negative. And as you can see, we have power to the switches. It is currently off right there. Light bar is off. Then, if we turn it on, so now you can see that one is on, the rest are off. Come over here, and our light bar is on. So we got it all set up perfectly. Now, of course, we don't want to drive around with this mess, so it's time to clean that up. All right, we got it all cleaned up. So we got our wires from our light bar coming underneath the grill, up through there, sticking it through that little hole so it can come up right in front of the battery there. We've got our negative to the battery, our positive to the relay, and our relay just tucked in next to the battery. The relay then goes to the positive. The other connections go down through the truck. We're utilizing this crack again like I did on the 52-inch light bar that went here, but we're going to use that here. And to keep the wires protected, I put some tape there for now. I do plan to route it through the firewall eventually. For now, that's going to work. I just wanted to make sure it worked. We've got it through our fuse box, down, tucked up here, and then we've just got our switches chilling right there with all the wiring. I'm not too sure where to put that just yet, so that is to be determined, but that is the current setup. So here is the finished product. The wire's nice and tucked evenly, you can't see them poking out, and a fresh light bar right there. Now this is going to be a little satisfying for some of you. I know I'll enjoy it. And there we go, she's officially ready to go. Alright guys, and that is going to finish out today's video. We got our light bar harness made and wired up, and it worked out perfectly. I'm super excited with how it turned out. Can't wait to use it on the trails. I'm super excited with how 2022 is going to turn out. I've got some big plans for the truck, and I'm actually picking up something this week that I'm super stoked on. Can't thank the guy enough for selling it to me for a really good deal, and that's going to be in a later video. But if you guys did enjoy today's video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you guys next time. Peace.